Yeah, we are, as a matter of fact.
What's better on a Sunday morning, huh?
Right. I mean, if you got to go drive someplace, you might as well do it for something good, right?
Well, I particularly like the smell of napalm in the morning.
There you go.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's happening today, Bob?
Well, there were a couple things. Went to the car show.
Which car show?
I got about 2 hours in on the Friday before they closed.
Oh, the new car show. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know the one at the Coliseum was canceled today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand why. They'll tighten that up and they'll represent that.
Do you that's since you mentioned that, we talked with Rob about that before, and we were wondering, they've been very vague about why, and is there anything you could share with us as to why?
I think the level of accountability and responsibility, you're going to have to present now, and you got to make sure that you have your egress, one point of entry. And look, let's face it, guys, you got to have eyes on.
Got it. Yes, absolutely.
You know, I mean, you've got kids with strollers.
Yeah, they did say. Yeah, they did cite a security issue.
So, I mean, it's a great venue. Look at the location.
Oh yeah.
And who wouldn't want? A day like today, who wouldn't want to go over there?
Absolutely. They have a ton of tents set up. I went past it today. I was past it yesterday, and it's because they're going to have like a farmer's market, like a flea market thing too.
Okay.
And that's why they have all these tents that are kind of open. So it's going to be kind of a, they're harkening back to the Roosevelt Raceway flea market type days. So they covered it in yesterday's Newsday, as a matter of fact. So
I think they're going to be safe. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And I believe the county is they're up to speed. So
well, Nassau County does have a fine police force. We have many friends on that force, and we know that they don't take these things lightly. They definitely take security as a paramount issue, and for that we're thankful. Things
are dramatically different.
Absolutely.
And they'll come up to speed also on the schools.
Yep.
And then I think it'll provide a better level of comfort for everybody.
Now, if they could just keep the nut jobs off the radio, everybody would be safe. But
all right, I'm sorry, Colton.
But we sneak through the cracks.
So I went to look at that Maxx Leverage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one up for my father-in-law because he has lawn equipment.
Yeah.
And I thought it was I said, well, let me see what the application is. And then I recognized that it would work for us because of the sharpening of the blades and the deck.
Right.
On he's got a couple of ride-ons.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that for Father's Day for him.
Nice. Hey, if you're buying for your friends,
yeah.
we don't have one either.
Look, we love you guys.
I know, Bob. We know. We do know.
So the car show, listen, I tell you, the SUV for the Alfa Romeo.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of weigh like everything, price point, sometimes the specs. I do a little reading on some of the better magazines. I'm going to have to give it to the Alfa Romeo small SUV. Price point was good. It's got legs. It's a really attractive little car.
That's the Stevio?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
They make it a sedan also. And, they're not killing you on the price points. Obviously, there's some people with disposable income, and they can bump it up to crazy numbers.
Sure.
Also, the Mazda, the old Miatas, the X5s.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They're just getting better every year.
Yeah, Mazda's a good company
like that. Disappointing? The Chevy guys, don't get me wrong, but the Chevy guys, they're selling so many cars. They're 2 years behind the presentation of their new line. Because they don't have to do a quicker retool because they're selling every pickup and every truck they make.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I think they kind of lost a little bit of their
drive
of their base.
Interesting.
New Plymouth truck, Ram 150, 1500.
Right.
It's got space for everybody.
Nice.
Huge interior.
They keep coming up, all the car companies keep coming up with some great stuff. Some at a faster rate than others, yeah.
Right, and even the entry-level vehicles, I don't think they're selling a bad car these days.
No, it's not like, say, the early 80s or where, like, some of that stuff was, like, real crap, and the only reason that you bought it was because your old crap was too crappy, so now you had to get something.
Right.
But now you can actually, there are actually cars that do a nice job of
Like a college kid. A college kid getting a car. I mean, I don't think he can make a bad decision.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
My noise on the 6-liter.
Right.
I followed your suggestion, guys.
Oh, yeah?
I got the Lucas. I picked up the Lucas.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I picked up two containers.
Okay.
I dropped the first one myself.
Right.
I did a driveway. It's not a huge deal. I just don't do it that much anymore. But I wanted to do it myself. And then I went to a mobile one. Well, I used a mobile one, and I happened to use a Purelator filter. And then the last quart, I used the Lucas.
Right.
I put about 300 miles on it, and then I dumped it again over at GM. I was over at GM.
Right.
400 miles on it. I had to dump it again. And then, I guess about another 3 weeks later, I dumped it again. So I did 3 quick oil changes.
Okay.
And the last one I used, because I bought 2 containers of Lucas. Mm-hmm. The last one I used, I put the last Lucas in. Mm-hmm. And I'm not burning any oil. And it has quieted down.
Nice.
Yeah, those cars have valve train issues, so clean them up.
That was a great suggestion. Thank you.
Good, we're glad that worked out. We're glad to hear that, Bob. Excellent.
Yeah, those trucks have always had a certain amount of.
And then on the last oil change, I had while I was over there, I had the guys take a look at the cat.
Right.
And the pipe going into the straight pipe from the down pipe into the cat.
Right.
There was a clamp on there. It was a clamp from a prior service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Took that off. They took the welder out, and they spent a little time on that for me. And then they put a bead on from the rear of the cat for the pipe going to the muffler for me.
Okay.
And they put a line on that for me also. And that quieted down probably 90%.
Nice.
Excellent.
Good to hear.
So I took your suggestion on Lucas, and I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome, Bob.
Problem.
That's what we're here for. Anytime.
Have a great week.
All right, Bob.
Good
Thanks.
talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, Joe.
Enjoy
we're going to take
peace and quiet.
Yeah. We're going to take another quick break, but I have to say that if people want to hear more than different types of music, you can tune into Metal for the Masses Sunday at midnight. Which
Metal, yeah.
I'm snoring at midnight. I'm listening to metal or anything.
I'm unconscious.
You can join the host.
I'm on feathers.
Me too. Bob Brill, who has a mix of extreme metal music on his show, plus interviews and with bands from the Long Island heavy metal scene, which is pretty cool. He keeps it local. So with that, let's keep it local. Let's do one last break, and we'll be back with more Motor Mouth Radio in a minute. Keep it where you got it.
Hey, you in the car? Yeah, you. You're a fan of the music of Sly Stone. I know you are. No reason to hide it. You've probably been looking for a radio program that highlights his music. Well, then look no further. Let me introduce myself. I am DJ Solero. That's Soul followed by Air and an O. Solero. Well, never mind about that. Back to what we're both here to talk about. The Sly Stone Show features the music of Sly through the various artists who have covered and sampled his music, and I'll be playing some of the original music that helped impact a generation. Come on, I know you're looking for some feel-good music, so just keep your radio right here for the Sly Stone Show. And you might want to think about cleaning up your car before we start. This thing is nasty. Oh, back to what's important. It's the Sly Stone Show every Friday afternoon at 3 on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Shake off the realities of the day, broaden your musical horizons, and embrace the diversity every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations. The show offers a potently unique collection of music with an emphasis on themes and rock rarities, an occasional tour de force of blues and soul, mixed with compelling sets of folk and folk rock. I'm Steve K, and I've got the perfect soundtrack for your drive home every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations, right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Your car not running right? Let the Motor Mouths help you out at 516-572-7440.
It's like Rob said, if you got a question about your car, or someone else's car. Call us at 516-572-7440. Check us out on the web. Send us an email at motormouthradio@ncc.edu. And you can find those links all on the website, motormouthradio.com as well. And we'll be happy to help you out, like Bob.
Right.
With his Lucas.
Every once in a while, we actually come up with a coherent answer for you, and if it won't be coherent, at least it'll be funny. So,
well, we'll tell you something, that's for sure.
Right. It might be our recipe for spaghetti sauce from Mom or something, but
we can do that.
We do food, we do cars.
Absolutely,
we do all kinds of stuff. But basically, we're mostly car guys. I spend most of my time under a car, or reading about a car, or thinking about a car.
We do.
And Ray's right next to me as far as that goes. Not literally, because he's on one side of the world and I'm on the other, but we're over there in spirit with each other.
We sure are. And
on the phone with each other.
And I'll call you, Joe, I got a problem. You help me out here. Yeah.
And I go to Ray for sage advice, because Ray knows, ladies and gentlemen, Ray knows a lot of stuff. And it's not just car stuff, but car stuff is probably at the top of the list. So he's one of them Renaissance men,
Well,
I'm more like the Dark Ages, but he's...
I had a conversation this morning with a guy we're going to have on the show in the future. Joe Ferrer was from BS&F Automotive in the Bronx.
Yeah, that place in the Bronx there. You guys were on TV back in the day.
We did the TV show with him, Chris and I, right? Hard Parts, South Bronx. Well, Joe has sold the business. Now he's the National VP for Commercial Sales under the Icon Group and Pep Boys. And he's on the radio. You'll hear him on the radio on Q104. I don't know if I heard him on BAB. I think I heard him on CBS FM. And
he's on the commercials?
He's doing commercials, yeah. In fact...
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that...
Uh-huh. Again, you'll hear a guy with a very New York type voice.
Yeah.
And if he says, I'm Joe Ferrer right in the beginning. So by the time he says that, you miss that because you were doing something else. And then you when you hear him, you're like, who is this? Well, that's Joe. And he gave me an early...
He's in our universe. He's in our circle.
Absolutely. So I reached out to him a while ago. We didn't connect. He called me this morning, and we had a nice conversation. We're going to have Joe on the show, and we're going to talk about his step up in the world. Now he's, like I said, a VP of sales.
I think that could be, if you're talking about the parts business, now you're just deeper into it. Which it's not down, but in a bad way. But now, instead of being up to here, you're up to here.
Exactly.
But from what I know of him, he can handle it. So,
and Joe actually said he wanted to do somewhat like a podcast, and he was thinking about maybe including us, like he included us on the TV show where we did an episode up there in the Bronx.
Right, hard parts there. Some guy needed an EGR valve or something, or a heater core.
Yeah.
And but it was for some really obscure.
That was the idea.
Why are you still driving this mobile?
That was the idea, that he could get any part for any car in a reasonable amount of time. So that was the premise of that show. I think it's on. I don't think it's on Netflix. If you Google it, Hard Parts South Bronx, you'll find some links to it, and and we'll see.
We garden spot of the universe.
Yeah, there was our episode, so I have it on DVD. But anyway, we'll be talking to Joe. We'll get him on the show soon. Now he said, as opposed to him being the head honcho who can make decisions, he has to run it through corporate.
Right.
So that's the way that goes. So we'll be talking to Joe hopefully in the upcoming weeks.
Hopefully corporate doesn't know who we are.
Right. I hope not. And until then, we're going to get out of here because Kim is here to do Thunder Road, the Bruce Springsteen show. And Joe, we're going to clop on out of here ourselves and go enjoy the nice day.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So for Joe D, this is Ray Guarino, Motormouth Radio. We will see you next week.